What up, guys? Nakamoto Crypto here. So, lately we've talked about Finance at the request of our friend Samuel. Shout out to you, Samuel. That was just a couple of days ago. Finance is a DApp on the Crypto.com ecosystem. Now, today we got to talk about a project that was high risk on top of the Finance ecosystem that just happened to have been rug pulling people from right and left for the past couple of days until Finance themselves caught this project rugging people. And also, we got to talk about the importance of reading audit reports before we get into some of these projects. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's get to it. So, a couple of days ago, I was on Twitter and people were just mentioning right and left that Finance rug, Finance scam. I'm like, what? Finance is not a scam. It's like the biggest DApp on Cronos right now. So I looked into the price. It was down to like 70 cents pretty much from $2 in a matter of days. So Finance themselves didn't know what was going on, who was causing these market price dumps. So they found out that this project called Scrub Finance was just rugging, slowly dumping people, stealing liquidity out of the funds pretty much and just paying themselves, dumping it on the market, causing the entire DApp to keep on crashing. They currently have like $4 million in TVL, and these are the two tokens they were using to funnel that money out of these liquidity pools. So it was the Lion Finance token and also the Tiger Finance tokens. The Bears they didn't touch on much, but these were the main two tokens they were using to steal investors' funds. So Finance, after catching Scrub Finance doing this on the Finance DApp, they decided to release a statement after catching this Scrub Finance company doing this to their unsuspecting investors. They said, "Hi all, it is unfortunate that one of our launchpad partner, Scrub Finance, have been liquidating funds in an enormous amount via the secondary market, hurting our ecosystem and causing a negative impact on our price," which is the Finance price. So they said we have always valued our community first, and we will do everything that we can to protect our investors' funds. So within the last 10 days, this is what happened. Over 2.2 million US dollars have been seen being liquidated from the Lion Tiger team treasury, and this is via a secondary market. And also this money was sent to a CDC amount, causing the prices of Finance to collapse. And this is because when the Lion Tiger liquidity pool is sold into USDC, this happens. The Lion Tiger price drops, dropping the Savannah price, which will also drop the Finance price. So this is just a function of how their liquidity works pretty much. And they showed all the transactions, where the wallets, who was funneling them from wallet A to B. This is all the mechanics. I will leave this link to the description box below so you can check out all of the mayhems that this Scrub Finance company, this project, have been up to pretty much. And soon as Finance did that, Scrub Finance come out with a response talking about, hey, a lot of accusations have been thrown around today that we would like to address. And they explained that the Scrub Finance team is awarded 10% of all lions, and also another 10% will go to all the tigers. I'm telling you, animals, man, all of these animal names with tokens, I would stay away. They provided a few documents saying that basically they were entitled to grab these tokens whenever they want to, and the agreement that they had with Finance was like pooling funds was not mentioned out of that agreement, like pooling investors' funds. So, and this is the importance of just watching out for audits, reading audit reports before you jump into some of these projects. These projects are very high risk. The Crypto.com Cronos smart contract virtual machine just went live literally a couple months ago, something like that. And right now there's only about 50 dApps that are building on top of Cronos, and the biggest one is Finance. You gotta understand that Finance is legit. It's a legit dApp on the Crypto.com Cronos ecosystem. But some of the projects that have been coming into Finance can be very, very high risk. with high risk also comes high reward. So people like to jump into some of these protocols. So when Scrub Finance came and promised you all of these high rewards in their liquidity pool TVL, you gotta understand this is what these projects do. They are hoping to take your liquidity, to lend it, to make money out of it, and then they can make a little bit of money out of it with fees, and then the rest they can give it to you. That is your returns. But they can also use certain functionalities where you don't know that. I'm not a coder, you're not a coder, but they are. They can use certain functionalities to steal funds out of the liquidity pool, to drop the prices. They can literally manipulate everything. So this unfortunately comes with DeFi, and this is why I was putting an emphasis on reading audit reports. For example, if you read the Scrub Finance audit report, you would know that there's a lot of things, that functionalities that they can add on and remove and do all of these weird money funneling stuff. So functions input, for example, parameters, lack of check, this one was just ticked as moderated, so it could be high risk, low risk, we don't know. Maybe they paid the auditors a little bit more extra money on the side to put this as moderate when it could have been high risk. Critical operations, lack of events log, and also other programming issues was found, but the auditors just put this as moderate instead of high risk. They didn't go into details as to what are these other programming issues that was found in the Scrub Finance code. So this is the scam pretty much. When we talk about rug pulling or slow rugs, it's just developers having the ability to add and remove functions from a smart contract that you, the investor, have no idea about. Sometimes they can even bypass the auditors, and then they can just slowly take money out of the liquidity pool whenever they want, dropping the price in and out, manipulating things. So unfortunately, this is a new age of DeFi where they can do these things and you have no idea this thing was going on. So Scrub Finance was just responding to allegations, trying to do damage control, but obviously the damage has already been done. So you got to be careful with DeFi. If you are into Finance, like my friend Samuel, if you are into Finance, just watch out for some of the projects that are listed on Finance that have really high APYs that can be potential rug pull. So Finance itself is not a scam. It is a legit dApp on the Cronos Crypto.com ecosystem. It is pretty much the second largest dApp on the Crypto.com ecosystem. If you go over to DeFi Llama, you would notice that Finance locked in $1.1 billion in liquidity in terms of TVL on the Crypto.com Cronos ecosystem. That speaks volume. This is a huge dApp that have everything in it. They have DeFi, vaults, Savannah Finance is listed there. I like Savannah. They have games, roulettes, dice rolls, all sorts of stuff. So this is a legit dApp, but some of the projects that are being built on this dApp, you're going to want to watch out for. So some of them will definitely rug pull you. Some of them won't be transparent. So yeah, $2 million of investors' funds they've been taking for the past couple of days, tanking even the Finance price. And they just said, hey, we are entitled to do this. This dev is taking 10% and this other dev is taking 11% or whatever. And unfortunately, the people who invested into Scrub Finance are the ones who are paying the price. So just because you see a high APY or APR on a project, you might want to take a look at their audit report, check them out, see how they perform first before you invest your money into them, especially with these projects that lasted pretty much like a month or two before things like that happen. With Lion's Share Scrub Finance, you can see right now, I mean, this was as high as $44. It is currently trading at $1. And this is in a span of a couple of days pretty much. So $49 as of April 11th. It is currently April 26th and this is trading at $1. So that's a huge dump. You can clearly see that this project just launched to funnel money, have a quick run up, and then dump instead of delivering like they promised their investors those high APYs. They know it's not sustainable. They can't pay out everybody, so they were just dumping the price to get out of it. I don't care what excuses they make. This guy says Lion is a rug pull. Yeah, it is a clear rug pull. Stay out of some of the Finance's projects pretty much. So yeah, he has a valid point. So this was just a quick warning. Watch out for some of these projects on Finance. It doesn't mean Finance itself is a scam, but you've seen with what Scrub Finance just did. So you're gonna want to watch out for that. With that being said, like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I've been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.